Good morning. Now we will move on to the problems based on final accounts of companies. There is a preparation of statement of profit and loss and also the balance sheet. Okay. So we will discuss a problem. Now this is the question, that is, the following is a trial balance of Ram Cement Company Limited on 31st March 2015. Now the debit balances and the credit balances are given. The debit balances include opening stock, that is stock on 1st April 2014 75,000, then purchases 2,45,000, wages 50,000, furniture and fitting 17,000, salaries 7,500, rent 4,950, sundry expenses 7,050, dividend paid 9,000, debtors 37,500, machinery 29,000, cash in hand 10,200, cash at bank 6,000, and patents and trademark 4,830. Okay, so the credit balances include sales 3,50,000, profit and loss account on 31/3/2014, that is last year's closing or this year's opening, 15,030. Then share capital 10,000, equity shares of rupees 10, 1 lakh, sundry creditors 17,500, reserve fund 15,500, discount received 5,000. Okay. So adjustments are, stock on 31/3/2015 was worth rupees 82,000. Depreciate fixed assets at 10%. Provision for income tax at the rate of 50%. So you have to prepare trading account, profit and loss account for the year ended 31/3/2015. That is the statement of profit and loss. Okay. And the balance sheet as on that date in the prescribed form. That is in the new format. Okay, so this is the question and these are the various informations given. Now, based on this information, you have to prepare the statement of profit and loss and also the balance sheet. And you know one more thing, that is, for the purpose of preparing the statement of profit and loss and also the balance sheet, together you have to prepare note to accounts also. Okay, so along with the statement of profit and loss and also the balance sheet, you have to prepare various note to accounts, that is the note to account in case of statement of profit and loss and the note to account with regard to balance sheet. Okay, now we will start. This is, so on the top the name of the company will be written, that is Ram Cement Company Limited. Then statement of profit and loss for the year ending 31st March 2015. Okay, and the columns are, this is a serial number, then this is particulars, then note number, year ending 31/3/2015, that is the current year, then year ending 31/3/2014, that is the previous year. So this is the format. So the format you have already discussed, that is serial number, particulars, note number, then current year, then previous year. Okay. Now the first thing is revenue from operation. So the format of statement of profit and loss, the first item to be written is the revenue from operation, that is the revenue from operation here means what? That is income from sales. So the revenue from operation, that is sales, comes to 3,50,000. So sales rupees 3,50,000. Then comes the second thing, that is other income. Now what about the other income? Here the other income includes discount received. So sales 3,50,000 and the other income includes discount received rupees 5,000. So discount received, that is other income, 5,000. Now this you can also write in note to account. If you want, you can write this in note to account as, that is other income, discount, and here you need to write only other income, that is 5,000. Okay, so the total revenue is 3,55,000. That is sales 3,50,000 and other income 5,000. The total comes to 3,55,000. Now we will see the other thing, that is expenses. Okay, now the expenses includes, so here in the question, expenses, that is purchases. Now I think you have studied the format thoroughly, then only you will understand. Okay, so the purchases rupees 2,45,000. So here purchases 2,45,000. Then the second thing is change in inventory of finished goods. Now here with regard to the change in inventory of finished goods, this is a comparison between the opening inventory and the closing inventory. Hope you remember. Okay, when we compare the opening stock and closing stock or opening inventory and closing inventory, in case the opening balance is more than the closing balance, then that will be a positive figure. But in case the closing inventory is more than the opening inventory, then that will be a negative value. Now we will see the opening inventory is 75,000 and the closing inventory is 82,000, that is stock. Opening stock is 75,000 and the closing stock is 82,000. So closing stock is more than opening stock by 7,000 rupees. So as the closing stock is more than the opening stock, that will be a negative value. Okay, so here change in inventory 7,000 and this is explained in note to accounts as note number 1. Now we will see this is the note to accounts. Now the first item, that is note number is written here, that is 1. That is change in inventory of finished goods. Opening stock 75,000, closing stock 82,000. So there is a difference of 7,000, that is closing stock is more than the opening stock by rupees 7,000. So it is a negative value and this will be written in brackets. Okay, so we write change in inventory of finished goods 7,000. Then comes employee benefit expense. So what were the items? That is employee related expenses, for example salaries, wages, etc. So this is explained again in note to accounts, that is item number 2. So we will see item number 2, that is employee benefit expense. There is wages and salaries. So in the question there is wages 50,000. Then again there is salaries 7,500. Okay, so wages 50,000, salary 7,500. So the total 57,500. So employee benefit expense 57,500. Then the next item is finance cost. There is no finance cost. Okay, so for example interest, etc. So interest on debenture, etc. will be included in finance cost. So there is no finance cost items in the question given. So we need not write it. Okay, now next is depreciation and amortization expense. So in the question itself it is stated that depreciate fixed assets at 10%. Now what were the fixed assets here? There is furniture and fittings, then there is machinery and also patents and trademark. So the fixed assets include both tangible assets as well as intangible assets. Okay, so the tangible assets are furniture and fittings and also machinery, and the intangible asset is patent and trademark. So on these 3 assets you have to make a depreciation of 10%. Okay, so in note to accounts, depreciation and amortization at 10% on plant and machinery, 10% of plant and machinery value, then 10% of patent and trademark value, and 10% of furniture and fittings. That is, it is 2,900, 483 and 1,700. Okay, furniture and fittings 17,000, then machinery 29,000 and also patents and trademark 4,830. So it will be 1,700, then machinery 2,900 and 483. Okay, so 2,900, 483 and 1,700, total 5,083. So the total depreciation and amortization. So here depreciation will be on plant and machinery and furniture and fittings, that is tangible asset, and amortization will be on patent and trademark, that is depreciation charged on intangible asset is called amortization expense. Okay, so depreciation and amortization expense together constitute 5,083. So this we will write in depreciation and amortization expense 5,083. Then there is other expenses. Then what about other expenses? So other expenses constitute rent and sundry expense. Rent 4,950 and sundry expense 7,050. Okay, rent 4,950 and sundry expenses 7,050. So this is, or this will be coming under other expenses. So other expenses 12,000, and in the note to account it is written that is 4,950 and 7,050 together 12,000. So this is the statement of profit and loss. So first of all you write revenue from operation, that is the amount of sales 3,50,000. Then add other income, that is discount 5,000, total 3,55,000. Expenses, purchases 2,45,000. Change in inventory, that is the difference between opening and closing. As the closing inventory is more, that's a negative value. Then employee benefit 57,500, no finance cost. depreciation and amortization 5083, other expense 12,000. So the total comes to 3,12,583. Okay, then when you deduct total expenses from total revenue, it will be 42,417, that is 3,55,000 minus 3,12,583, that is 42,470. Then you have to make a provision for taxation at 50%. So there is 50% provision for taxation. So tax expenses, that is provision for taxation 50%, 42,417 into 50 by 500, that is 21,209. Then the difference will be 21,208, that is 50-50. Okay, so 42,417, 50% provision for tax, and the remaining will be profit after tax. So this is the statement of profit and loss. Okay, now we will see the balance sheet. Okay, now next is about the balance sheet. So this is the balance sheet. First is equity and liability, and the second part is assets. Now in equity and liability, or under equity and liability, the first item is shareholders fund. Now under shareholders fund we will be writing share capital, reserves and surplus, and there are so many things. But here in this question there are only two items, that is share capital and reserves and surplus. Then share capital, that is as per note number 5. So we will see the note to accounts. So this is note number 5, share capital. The details is given here, that is 10,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each, that is rupees 1 lakh. Now in balance sheet, the only thing we will write is share capital, that is 1 lakh. So this is 5 is here. Okay. So share capital, that is 1 lakh. Then comes reserves and surplus, that is note number 6. So we will check in note to account. So this is note number 6. Then reserves and surplus, there is reserve fund 15,500. So reserve fund is, so reserve fund 15,500. Then there is opening balance of profit and loss account, that is 15,030. Okay. So reserve fund 15,500. Then surplus opening balance 15,030. Then add profit for the year. So this is as per this one, that is profit after tax, that is 21,208. So with the surplus you add this. So reserve fund, then surplus opening balance 15,030, then profit for the year 21,208. So the total is 36,238. Then you deduct dividend paid. So in the question the dividend paid is given, that is 9,000. So you deduct dividend paid, so 9,000. So this you have studied in surplus or deficit in the statement of profit and loss. So while talking about the corporate dividend tax, we have already discussed about the preparation of surplus or the ascertainment of surplus or deficit by preparing the statement of profit and loss. Okay, so this is the surplus or deficit under statement of profit and loss as per the note to accounts. So reserve fund, then surplus, then opening balance, add net profit, then less dividend paid. Okay, so the total is 42,738. So this you will write in balance sheet, that is reserves and surplus 42,738. Then current liability. So there is no non-current liability and all. So the next thing is current liability. Okay, then current liability, there are trade payables, that is creditors, and short-term provisions. Okay, so trade payables, that is 7 and 8, that is in note number 7 and 8. So we will see note to accounts. So 7 trade payables, creditors 17,500, then 8 short-term provisions, that is provision for tax. So this is the provision for tax 21,209. So in the balance sheet there is current liabilities, trade payables 17,500, that is creditors, then short-term provisions, that is provision for taxation 21,209. So the total comes to 1,81,447. Now we will see the other thing, that is assets. Then under asset there will be non-current asset and current asset. Okay, under non-current asset there is fixed asset. Then again under fixed asset there is tangible and intangible asset. Okay, so tangible asset is note number 9 and intangible asset note number 10. So we will see note to accounts. Okay, tangible asset. The first one is plant and machinery, then less depreciation. Then again furniture and fittings, less depreciation. So 29,000 minus 2,900 depreciation, 26,100, and 17,000 minus 1,700 depreciation, that is 15,300. So the total of tangible asset is 41,400. Then intangible asset, there is only one intangible asset, that is patent and trademark, and there is depreciation of 10%. So 4,830 minus 483, that is 4,347. So tangible asset 41,400 and intangible asset 4,347. Okay. So balance sheet, fixed asset, tangible asset 41,400 and intangible asset 4,347. Now we will come to current assets. So under current asset there is inventory, that is closing inventory. So closing inventory is given in the question, that is 82,000. Okay, so closing inventory 82,000. Then there is trade receivables and cash equivalents. Now trade receivable, that is debtors. Trade payables is creditors, and it may include bills payable also. So just like that, the trade receivable includes debtors and bills receivable, but in the question there is no bills receivable. So here the trade receivables include only debtors. So debtor balance is given, that is 31,750. Now again note number 11, trade receivables, debtors, that is 37,500. The next thing is cash and cash equivalents. Okay, in cash and cash equivalents there will be cash at bank, cash in hand, etc. Okay, so here in the question there is cash in hand and cash at bank. Okay, so we will see the note to accounts, cash and cash equivalents. Cash in hand 10,200, cash at bank 6,000. So the total will be 16,200. This we will write in balance sheet. Cash and cash equivalents 16,200. So asset, non-current asset, fixed asset, tangible and intangible, then current asset, inventory, trade receivables and cash equivalents. So the total will be 1,81,447. So the balance sheet total is 1,81,447. Okay, so this is the first problem on final accounts of companies, that is preparing the statement of profit and loss together with the note to accounts, then preparation of balance sheet together with note to accounts. Okay, thank you.